Kayak fishing this round. It's May 15, 2016. We headed out to Brockdale Park at Lake Lavon and decided to take out the kayak and try this new concept of having your rod holder in front of you instead of the ones that we were using behind us. And we like this concept as we don't need to have a bell on the rod, and we can see the rod in front of us, take the hit, and we'll go ahead and undo it from the rod holder and bring it in. Had to learn a little bit on how to use that rod holder. We do like the locking mechanism that's on there to keep the fly rod from flying off, and definitely like the use of that fly rod because we can manage our line and reduce the amount of tangles that we were getting, as well as make some good maneuvers with the kayak in the money zone with some of these white bass that are out there. Overall, not sure how many we caught and released, but of the ones that we did catch that we think were keepers, probably about maybe a handful, maybe 5 or 6 or so. The rest were undersized. Lure that we were using, a crappie jig as a lead jig, and then we had a red and white tube fly. Here's some, give you an idea of the birds that were working around the area and the shad being chased. There's some more right in front of us, just diving at the water, going for some more of those fish or shad. And here we're just bringing another one in. Using a 4-weight fly rod. It's about just under 5 foot in length. We use it for kayak fishing and been itching to use it for a while now. From a trolling standpoint, there's some birds again hitting right in front of us, just off the bow. More birds all around us. Like we were saying, we've been itching to use it for some trolling. I'd like to be able to have that floating line and reduce the amount of tangles that we get, and line management much easier. Also able to cast. Right here we're seeing some fish hitting on the surface, and we're able to hook into this guy. So just breaking off the starboard side of the kayak in that case, and we were able to cast and hook into this guy. And that red and white tube fly has been a pretty good one for us over the years. And then later on, things kind of slowed down a little bit in that they were still biting, but they wanted a slower retrieve. Earlier we were paddling through the area and getting some good line speed or fly speed in the water, and they were chasing them. And then later on we were just drifting along, maybe paddling a stroke or two, and starting to get some hookups that way. And like we were saying, it's a Railblazer 2 rod holder that mounts in the front. We're using it as a surface mount to the bow of the kayak, and we've got it facing aft, back toward us, and it's much easier to just grab that pole and bring it in and reel in the fish. So again, we're using a fly rod. Maybe next time we'll try the ultralight as well, but so far we're really liking the action that we're getting and how we're able to have some good fight on these on the rod with these white bass. Here again, we're just drifting along in this case, and there's a hit. So when it comes to the lures we're using, from a crappie jig to the red and white tube fly, the crappie jig got about maybe 30-40% of the hits, and the rest were on that red and white tube fly. There's another one coming in right there. There's another one. Again, just kind of give it a stroke or two in this case, and then hooking up. So initially when we first started, they wanted that fast retrieve or line speed or lure speed, and then later on it was just a drift with a stroke or two with them hitting it. All right, we're going to call the trip short, but we'll leave them biting. Till next time, we'll catch y'all there, and good luck and good fishing.